Welcome friends, I am Rishikesh Sharan. Have you ever thought how ordinary people become extraordinary? People who do not have the geniuses, intelligence like that of Albert Einstein, Newton and others. How they ordinary people become extraordinary? Let me share with you some of the principles by which ordinary people become extraordinary. If we look at the words, two words, ordinary and extraordinary, what is the difference between the two? The difference is only of the word extra. So, if say we are 50 friends here present and we start with the same level playing stage, one of us decides to work a little extra. The moment he decides to do a little extra, and if he continues to do that extra in a sustained way for a long time, he will surely become extraordinary. This means by doing extra in life, we start becoming extraordinary. Let me explain to you by the principle of mathematics. Suppose we are given with a level playing stage of 1 unit of potential. We are all given 1 unit of potential, our resources. And one of us decides to do a little extra, not much, only 1%. So 1% of 1 is what? 0.01. If he starts doing 1% extra, today he had done 1%, tomorrow he does 1% extra. So then this means he does 1.01 tomorrow. And again day after tomorrow he does 1% extra. So if he does it for 1 year continuously, then we find 1.01 to the power 365 is equal to 37.90. That means if the person continues to do that 1% extra every day for 1 year continuously, he will be reaching the number 38 almost. He started from 1 and reached almost 38. Now look at the other side. I decide to neglect a little myself. Not much. 1% only. So, if I neglect myself 1%, this means today if I started with the level playing 1, tomorrow I am 1 minus 0.01, that is 0.99. And again I do a little less, 1% less day after tomorrow, and this continues. So after 365 days, 0.99 to the power 365 becomes 0.02. This means I had started from 1, and by neglecting myself only 1% every day, at the end of the year I have become 0.02. I had started as a hero, now I have become almost a zero. What are the two conclusions from this? The conclusions are that there should be desire to grow, that 1% increment has to be there. Otherwise there is no question of growing. And the other is that we have to act for a sustained period, 365 days, then only the result will be 38 times, almost 38 times. I feel that the greatest harm which we cause to ourselves is not to take that great decision to do extra, a little extra as compared to the common people. And then also not doing it continuously. in a sustained way. Let me give you some examples how ordinary people became extraordinary people. You must have heard the name of Mahatma Gandhi, father of the Indian nation. When he was in primary school, one incident took place. The school inspector came to inspect the class. He asked the students to write a word, kettle, Kettle, the pot which we use for making tea. So did Gandhi write correctly? No. He couldn't write it correctly. If he wrote correctly, the story won't be there. So he wrote wrongly, and his class teacher came and he hinted to him to copy it from his friend. His friend sitting by his side had written it correctly. Now again the question arises, did he write correctly? Did he copy it as we ordinary people will do? No. Gandhi didn't copy. Ordinary people will copy. If we were all students, normally if the teacher says to copy, we'll all copy. But Gandhi didn't do. So I think that at the age of 5 or 6, as a small boy in his primary school, he laid the foundation of doing something extra. And that day itself started becoming extraordinary. And these instances we find in the life of Gandhiji everywhere. Gandhiji goes to England for studying law. On getting down from the ship, he finds that people are wearing suit and tie. He gets suit and tie stitched. Just as we will do it, all ordinary people will do it. Then he finds that people are eating with fork and spoon. He also starts doing it. We all will do it, ordinary people. Then he finds that people there are going for dancing. He also does it. All ordinary people will do. He does all those things which ordinary people will do. But the difference between Gandhi and all other ordinary people is that Gandhi, once he realizes whether he came for this purpose only or not, and if he realizes that he has committed a mistake, he doesn't repeat that mistake. So after some time, Gandhiji realizes that he had not come to England only for this, and the rest is history. He doesn't repeat the same mistake again and again, as normally we ordinary people do. Are these not acts a little extra? And if they are extra, how can the personality not become extraordinary? We also find subsequently some instances like that. Normally there is human nature that if I do something wrong, then I'll try to hide my mistakes. And if someone else does something wrong, I'll try to blow it up beyond proportions. Gandhi understood this human nature. And whensoever something wrong happened by him or his family members, he will do the opposite. He will blow it up. And on the other hand, if somebody does wrong, he will give him benefit of doubt. Something different, totally extra. So, once it happened that his wife, Kasturba, she, out of the fund for the ashram, she got some bananas purchased and distributed to the inhabitants in the ashram. When Gandhiji came to know about it, in the evening prayer, he mentioned that there was a big robbery in his ashram. And he also wrote in his newspaper, journal of the ashram, that there was a big robbery in his ashram. No wonder, if he did all these extra things which no ordinary person will do, that slowly and slowly he became extraordinary. He came from a middle class family, a businessman's family. He was not very intelligent also, but with his sincerity, strongness of character and perseverance, he became Mahatma Gandhi, about whom Albert Einstein said that the coming times, coming centuries will not be ready to believe that there was a man on this earth who moved in flesh and bones, who behaved like this, the way Gandhi did. So friends, the two principles which are required to be kept in mind is that we have to do a little extra. And the second principle is that we have to do it in a sustained way. Unfortunately, if we say, for example, in the formula, mathematical formula, if we do it only for 50 days, say 1.01 to the power 50, it doesn't become even 2. So after working for 50 days, even when we have continuously done it and we don't reach even the figure of 2, we feel dejected, disappointed, and find that there is no purpose in doing it because the results are not coming. It's then that we have to sustain ourselves, stop the process of thinking in a negative way and continue to act in a long way, and we will be able to become extraordinary. There is no difficulty about it. Thank you very much.